Well, last but certainly not least, guys, this is my Super Bowl. We have Ravens versus Bills. Both teams are coming off dominating wins, but which one will outlast the other?
Yeah, this is the game of the week. And this is one everybody's looking forward to.
Period.
Winner very likely could be the Super Bowl champion. Line movement was pretty wild in this one because, again, we opened up Bills -2. The market was about -1.5 Bills, and that flipped real quick to Ravens. Now we're seeing Ravens as a 1-point slight favorite. This one I think is kind of a toss-up game. It could go either way. It's a really hard game to handicap because these teams are both really good on both sides of the ball. The MVP conversation, one of these quarterbacks is going to be the MVP.
Yeah.
We closed at -450, Josh Allen to win the MVP. And then the first team All-Pro lineup came out, and Lamar was it, which usually heavily correlates to the MVP. This would be like one of the first times that the betting market will be wrong on the actual winner when it closed. It's usually spot on. It's usually we generally know with the liquidity of where they're going to vote for it. But this could be a flip where it could be Lamar, which would be wild to think about. And that's how some of the other kind of other betting options are showing right now. But we'll see. But yeah, this can be a fantastic game. I can't wait to watch it, and I can't pick a side. Even if I think I got the Bills maybe 51% chance, it's still a coin flip game.
Right. But you guys both called, or maybe it was just Craig, please remind me, I know it was earlier in the season, but last time they played each other, you guys called that kind of...
By a billion.
By a billion. Ravens by a billion
yeah.
because of they can't stop that run game of Derrick Henry. Do you think that they have an answer for that this time around?
They better find out because they couldn't
hopefully,
stop, they couldn't
Bills
stop him on the first play
hope.
of the game. He went 87 yards first play.
Yeah, that was insane.
But the Ravens have played much tougher opposition all year. But far better. I mean, they're not in the AFC East.
Yeah.
Which is 6 wins guaranteed for the Bills. The AFC North is always tough. There's a couple of surprises. Ravens got Chiefs game 1. Tough game. Their schedule was brutal.
But you both mentioned you're maybe leaning Bills a little bit here. So what changed?
Well, the resident in-house Raven asked me what the number would be when Buffalo were, 14 and up or whatever the score was. I had it at 2.5 Buffalo. And then when it opened, Joey opened 2. And then real quick, we got to 1, flipped. I think a lot of that is recency bias and having a look, and because the Ravens absolutely blew the doors off the Bills in week 4.
Yeah.
That game was over after the first play of the game. Like, they just completely dominated, and the Bills hadn't played that good opposition, and everybody was writing the Ravens off early because of they didn't start well. They blew the lead against the Raiders the week before, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
That's why it was the billion point. Easily the best game of the playoffs. I don't have an opinion on the spread. As much as I love the Ravens, and I think when we discussed MVP a few weeks back and I said Saquon cannot win it under any circumstances, it was either Josh Allen goes into Detroit, wins it, he becomes MVP favorite, or Lamar Jackson starts running up some fancy points, and he's done that.
Which he did, yeah.
And the last one, going back to Joey's point on the all-team All-American, the last one was Adrian Peterson, the quarterback, not to be the first one to win MVP. But Adrian Peterson ran for 2,000 yards. It's going to be 17 degrees. It's ridiculously cold. Snow showers, some wind as well, and Buffalo Stadium is impacted by wind, although it's not double-digit wind. A rabid home field of Bills fans. You'll know how this game ends after the first 2 drives. I think if Baltimore come out and score one of the first 2 drives and show some dominance, and the game's over. But if Baltimore come out and Lamar becomes playoff Lamar like we've seen before, it's Josh Allen's.
I know.
And I think
that.
Going back to week 4 too, that's early in the season. We're still, have last season. It used to be, death taxes and Josh Allen throwing an interception. He has not thrown that interception this year.
He's not that guy
He's been
anymore.
very efficient. He's figured it out and really grown as a quarterback to where he's in that MVP conversation. And that's going to make an impact too, because it's not the Josh Allen of what we thought it was in week 4. Now it's Josh Allen that's making good decisions, very talented, and is going to be the kind of class of the quarterback outside of Patrick Mahomes.